Hereby conclude, we in here. Just want to let y'all know that 6 weeks blood and guts Dorian Yates trainer, okay, man, it was good. It was good. It did exactly what we expected it to do. So if you didn't see the VHS or the DVD, blood and guts, black and white, let me just tell you, the 6 week trainer is like it's really the same thing, but it's kind of modified, I guess, because the gyms they were using didn't have all the right equipment. But let me tell you, it was good. And the number one takeaway that I gained was this. Now, not scratching my head. It was how to put everything into a set. If you know anything about it, it's 1 to 2 warm-up sets, 1 working set, then you're on to the next exercise. The first day, because I did this with my boy Jose, the first day, we were not really able to get into that. Like, we tried, but we really weren't doing it the way we needed to because it was new to us. I didn't understand what people like Jerry Ward, Dave Palumbo, and who was that other guy who was talking about? I know I can see it. I know his name, but that's not. My mom don't want to say it. It's weird. If you understand, Dave Palumbo, Jerry Ward, even Dorian Yates himself. Right, that's a good one right there. Mike Minster was on some other stuff. I actually tried Mike Minster's version of HIT, high intensity training back in the day. It was completely different. Come on, you were doing all kinds of intensity stuff. You were over there holding. No, it was different. That's different. Like, that's not this. This is not Mike Minster's style, right? I don't really think I gained too much from that. I still might revisit that and throw some of that in there. But I didn't understand what they were saying. When, like, if you're doing so many sets, you're in there too long. You don't need to spend that long in the gym. Once you know how to get that contraction, you don't need all those sets. You could do 1, 2 working sets and be out. I didn't understand that until halfway through this 6 week trainer, which we actually ran it longer just because we went to a different gym. So we got 3 months. That's the lowest we could get, but it worked. So we did have a deload in the middle of it. We picked up. Excuse me, ran a little bit longer, but I would say it worked. And I thought I would get weaker. I came out of it. I went in there, incline barbell, personal best 300. It was hard to get. Did 295 because I was scared, right? Because I didn't know if I lost strength. Went like butter, man. I was like, dang, because we only been doing dumbbell the whole time. One warm up, 1 working set. Before I was doing incline, then I was going to dumbbell incline, then I was going to this and that. Trust me, I think I may have ended up doing like the same amount of exercises, but way less volume. And man, I was getting out of there so fast. Some days I was only in an hour. Legs was the longest day. We ended up in there an hour and a half sometime, or closer to that. But it didn't even have to really be that long, I don't believe. It was just, so we were supposed to do machine hack squats, but since I kind of have issues with my knees, and I was trying to actually get stronger on my squat and whatnot, we swapped that out for regular squats. That's the only reason it took that long. We would have cut, it would have just been an hour if we didn't do squats. So that's why. And that's what I'm going to take with me. I definitely made improvements. Like I said, I've been saying, I seen some improvements in my shoulders. I know right now I'm not really lean, so I can't really see the improvement. But trust me, when it's time to cut down and all that, y'all see, God willing, y'all will see the improvements. Now, I am going to incorporate some of the exercises and those techniques into what I'm doing now. So that some of the 1 or 2 warm-up sets and then a set I'm going to do that for a lot of exercises. I'm actually going to start doing that. We're not running it now. We're probably going to do it again like the summer. I mean, like next spring or something like that. So we're kind of just going to do our own thing, lay low for a little bit for these upcoming months. Of course, off-season stuff happening. So that's going to be that. Definitely customize some things, at least, for me, what I need to do and work on. But I'm definitely going to take that with me because I didn't need, after being able to get that contraction, getting that muscle mass connection, and really being able to get a full contraction on each rep, that's so different, man. Like, that is the next step. A lot of people think they're advanced. That's literally the next step. And then after that is, okay, now how do I even get even below that? and just push it all down, you know? Like, because that was something I hadn't experienced. Once I experienced it, it was like that. And I felt good, and I had more time. I still enjoyed my training. A lot of times, now if you're there to socialize, you know, I mean, that's one thing. You don't have to leave. You just socialize after. But if you're there because you enjoy training, some people are afraid if they spend less time, they're not going to get to enjoy their training. I have friends that hate training. They only do it to look good. I don't understand it because I've never hated training. But if you love your training, like I love training, I like playing training. Me training is like me playing as a kid or something like that. That's my playtime, right? You'll still love training, and you have to embrace it. You have to, when you do it, you gotta go hard. You ain't gonna be no little punk. You really gotta do it. So if you're gonna, when it's time to hit that set, you gotta do it. When your partner's saying one more, you have to do it. You have to trust your partner to be able to look at you and tell when you really have one more and when you don't. And that was part of the reason I chose a partner that I worked with before, that we usually get together to be able to spot. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes he did fall on the ground, but there's just a misunderstanding. I ain't gonna lie, 2 times it was my fault. The 3rd time wasn't my fault, but that's here nor there. There's a miscommunication. And I was just saying like drive it because it was saved, and he was like, and yeah. But I'll say this though, he never let me fall, so good for me. I guess I wasn't good for him. There is a height difference, so I mean, we just need to have those conversations. So when you do get a partner, have those conversations. What exercises do they want you to spot them on, and how? What exercises do they not, and when do they want you to intervene? Because on the bench press, he wanted me to intervene at a different point than he did squatting. So that's definitely something that you need to talk about, especially when the weights start getting higher, and even when fatigue starts setting in. And yeah, so that's important. And also, just make sure you eat the way you need to eat. I do not recommend you try it on a cut if it's the first time, unless you're like just at the beginning, you literally just started like with your calories at a certain point. They may be high enough for you to get away with it. You might start losing weight. I don't recommend it. Just keep track of that. But get into, you can't slack off. Get your mind ready, realize what you're getting into, be committed, because it's going to take you to the next level. It took me to the next level. That's the review. And until then, hang on to that.